Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your October reading. I am so exhausted lately. Like, is anyone else not sleeping? Like, I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping really well when I'm sleeping, but like 5 a.m. I'm waking up like randomly, and then I'm awake for ages. It's the school holidays and the kids are with their dad, so I have been like falling back to sleep at like 7 in the morning for like another hour or two. But like even falling asleep on the night, like I'm so tired that I want to go to bed. And then I try and sleep and I just can't sleep. I'm laid there for hours. So I don't actually know how many hours of sleep I'm getting, but I'm so tired. Is anyone else like carrying that energy right now? It's crazy. But we have 6 planets retrograding, and we're currently in the ends of Mercury in retrograde as I do this reading. I'll show you my shirt. Oh, that shouldn't be in there. It's like an instruction card or something about the illustrations. That one. So I'm doing the reading like last month, where we have keywords, then we have the energy we're in now, and then the energy we're heading towards in the same kind of keyword area. I think I only did 3 before, but as I'm doing this, I realized like I don't know if I did 3 or 4 last month, but I've been urged to do 4 this month, so there are 4 columns across and 3 down. Let's see. Okay. Let's see what's in store for you, Sagittarius. So we're starting with Spiral Dancer, which is a really good card. It's about, I can't say this word, I've had this in the last reading I just did as well, but I think it says circuitous, no, I can't say, I'm sorry, root, and perception. This gives me like all the vibes of dancing towards something better. It's about kind of, I get this sense of moving and stretching through all this energy, and it gives, it's totally like that in the air right now. So Sagittarius, the fact that you are dancing through it, you are adjusting and adapting, and that gives me great positive vibes for you. I feel like this is giving you a better perception of your life, of your situation, of your current status, of where you are right now and where you want to be. And I feel like you can really trust on your kind of intuition, your divine guidance moving forward. The first card in this column is the King of Wands. So I feel like, again, you are very much in an energy that you know where you're going. And I feel like you're kind of in control and the leader of this kind of dynamic. I feel like whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest during this time, that you are making that happen. You're manifesting it. You're creating it. And I feel like you're kind of, I feel like actually you are very much an influence and an inspiration to people around you. That you're actually influencing them in their path as well. Like kind of friends and family. I do feel like there may actually be this influence from some of you where you may be not manipulating in a negative way, but say you want something, I feel like you are able to create it in the way that you want it, like completely. As in, if you want, if you wanted to do something, I'm going to use something very basic to explain this what I mean. For example, a family day out, and there's something you wanted that maybe everyone else might not have wanted. I feel like you would get your own way. That kind of energy, I feel like, is your current energy in this column. But where this is leading you to is the 8 of Wands. Interesting. So I feel like even though you are very direct now and influential, this might cause confusion in your circles. I feel like where you are now is feeling as though you are in control. You might feel as though you're not in control. I get this sense of a change in dynamic. So maybe Mercury in retrograde is great for you. Maybe you are the one that's kind of opening up the wounds to others. But this, I do feel like, be wary of repercussions of that. So if you do get your own way, be wary that it might be that some people are resentful that you got your way and they didn't get theirs. Or maybe it kind of creates a different dynamic in your mind, because I'm getting this sense as well of it kind of being like maybe there's confusion for yourself around this. Like maybe you don't know what you really want now later on. I see this is happening in October towards the end of the month. It's like a switch of knowing what you want to be like, do I really want that? What do I want? And I get this kind of switch of dynamic. It's interesting. I'm getting storming energy, and then I go to this top card, and it's the Lady of Lightning. Surprises, sometimes shock, the light in here is terrible. It's getting so dark. Total paradigm shift. So again, I totally felt that change and shift in something. Yeah, it feels as though something changes inside of you that was, it does feel unexpected or shocking. You can't walk on that, tarot. The cat's up there. He may knock the camera because they're a bit annoying like that. But I feel again, it's all sparking from you. This is something that you creating. And I feel like actually October is a time for you discovering how much you really do influence your life and those around you and the situations that you find yourself in. Let me get this cat. Because he looks like he wanted to get down. The first card in this column is Ten of Swords. So it really is, this indicates that the harder times are behind you, but you're still feeling a little heavy. I get the sense again that there's just somebody perhaps feeling a little bit like blaming you for something or kind of being a little bit negative towards you, and this is what's kind of keeping you down. I feel like it's like knives in the back of like on the Ten of Swords. That's kind of the energy I'm getting, as though someone's throwing daggers at you. Like metaphorically, like when someone shoots daggers at you with their eyes, they're looking at you like jealousy, that kind of thing. That's the vibe I'm getting here. I do think it's affecting your mood in this column, and I feel like this is where it's like raining on your parade. And it might be out of the blue because, again, it's like feeling on top of the world, and then this is like stomping on that. Interesting. So moving on from that, so the heart is behind you. This is indicating that, you might be in this energy, but you're moving away from it. We come into the Ace of Wands. So I feel like it's only a short step, and it's made here, it's designed to make you take action of kind of sparking new inspiration and new ideas. And I feel like the whole point of this is to sort of give you an insight to the greatness. And this is Mercury in retrograde, right? Like you get insights to something that's good, but then it'll show you something that needs work, and it's like ups and downs, and it's doing that to create a balance for you that's right for you, because it's like something's off, you've got to face this. And this is totally giving me that energy, because it's like you are fighting the force to build something, to be the one that's creating things for yourself and manifesting things, but then there's something else that gets in the way and it's dampening the mood. And it's just opening you up to new ideas and new beginnings. So get creative would be my advice around this. When you are feeling down, it's because something needs to change. So what needs to change? Be creative. Think outside the box. Definitely use your imagination. So I'm definitely getting that think outside the box, because it's like you need to use your imagination to kind of move beyond this energy. Cool. Interesting, Sagittarius. You fire signs are being quite, kind of cryptic in your readings. So this is in reverse, so pay attention to this one. The High Lord of Gratitude and Service, Selflessness, Humanity, and Conscious Action. Okay, so this to me really does shine that Sagittarian kind of humanity, that kind of giving and loving of others. This is giving me that vibe. I feel like it's the time to really be finding your true essence and shining that into the world. I do again get this feeling of somebody on the outskirts being the shadow for you. And this is where you need to stop worrying about other people. Stop allowing that to influence the now. It's about being your kind self. And if somebody has a problem with that, that's their shadow work. That's something that they need to see for themselves. But I feel like you need to stop allowing them to kind of put dirty energy at you, really, because I feel like you are in a very good space for yourself, and you've been building this for some time. And yes, so you are able to create exactly what you want in your life. And it kind of feels really beautiful, but I feel like there is this jealousness. And I feel like, so this first card in this column is the Three of Swords. And I feel like this is the whole point. It's like somebody sticking daggers in your heart, because it's like them bringing your mood down. And I think it's causing you to grieve in the now. You're feeling as though like you're trying to influence other people in a very positive way and trying to channel that light. But there's just something that keeps knocking you down and bringing you back down to, kind of bringing you back down to earth. I do think you need to be conscious of that, and there's something there for you to see. Because with this energy, we move on to the Five of Cups, and it really, this is in reverse. So this is what you're moving towards, moving from that Three of Swords. And because it's in reverse, I feel like it's sort of saying, look, hey, the advice, the energy you need to move towards is to stop looking at the things that bring you down. Stop giving it focus, not stop looking, because you always need to be aware of what's triggering you and face that side. But I do think you need to realize if it's outside of yourself or if it is from inside. I do really get the sense that it is an outside influence, but I feel as though you've taken it so personally that you've created it as an inside thing. You know what I mean? Like you're taking it on yourself, so you're self-criticizing, you're saying, you know, this is what I attract to myself. But I really don't think that that's true. But if you start being in that mindset, if you allow that person to control that side of yourself, then it will become the reality, because that's really how the universe works. If you allow someone else to tell you you're not good enough, you start telling yourself you're not good enough. Then you start, by telling yourself, you're telling the universe, I'm not good enough. And that's what's coming in. I do feel like the energy you're moving towards is this realization that, you know, I am good enough. I am a good person. Who do I want to be? I want to be somebody who spreads love, who shares kindness, has good times with friends and family. So this to me is saying, I feel like you're about to turn your back on the person, the thing, the situation that causes you grief and self-doubt, and move towards the celebration of love and family and light. And I love that for you. This one again is paying attention. It's in reverse. The Eagle King, the big picture and angelic help. So you are divinely guided during this time. And I'm getting a lot of love and light through this. And it really does feel like that's the essence for you to embody during this time. Rising above and just, you know, knowing your worth. The big picture. And this is the thing. When we are dealing with something that causes us grief, step back from what you are experiencing and observe as an outsider. Sometimes this is what I like to do, is to, because sometimes you're so enwrapped in a situation, it's like you're very present in it, that you can't see your way out. If you step back from it and see the bigger picture, I feel like that's where the insight comes from. Sorry, I'm burping. And yeah, divine guidance. I definitely feel like your guides are really with you during this time. And there's a lot of wisdom and seeing things clearly. There's an eagle on this card, as well as a Native American kind of tribal dude. It's giving me, look, like eagles, symbolism is about seeing the bigger picture, being able to observe from a height. They have great foresight. This to me is saying, is that. It's take a step back, look at things clear, and you'll get a better view of it. The energy in with this, it is a good one. It's the Fool. It's playful, it's fun, and it's joy. This is giving me that first spiral dancer. I'm dancing through whatever it is you are. And I do feel like that the light is shining all over you, that really you have the ability to rise above this. And this Fool energy is so fun. It's about kind of really taking risks into the unknown, kind of not expecting and just experiencing. If you're expecting something, sometimes I feel like, and I'm a stickler for this on having expectations, that when you have expectations for something, you then feel the letdown when it doesn't meet that. If you go into something without the expectations, whatever happens, it's an experience, it's an adventure. And I definitely feel that's a very positive energy to be in. And that's the energy you're sitting now with, this bigger picture and that divine guidance. So I feel like for you, this is sort of saying that the advice from your guides is to just enjoy the adventure that you're living during this time, and take a risk. The energy that moves towards is definitely self-enlightenment. I feel like it's not a time for you for taking on things with others. It's not a time for you to kind of not socialize is not the word. I feel like collaborating with others. I feel like it's time for you to just think of self and what's right for you. And again, I get all the way through this, I feel like an enlightenment. And it's about being one with yourself and kind of sharing in that, basking in that energy of light. I feel like meditation, doing whatever your spiritual practice is more so for this. And dancing and shining and kind of jumping around is just really kind of feeling that will help with energy and joy. If you have children, like go to an inflatable world or trampolines and just let yourself loose, because I'm getting this childlike energy. But yes, it's going to lead you towards your prosperity and good things, and it's all about self, not relying on other people, but realizing that exactly what you need is with yourself. And I'm going to name this video, I think, something along those lines of it being about Sagittarius October. It's time for you to start thinking of self, be self. What's going to fulfill you is all within you during this time. I hope that makes sense, Sagittarius. Comment below any kind of thoughts that you have around this and how it might apply to you. But I definitely feel like any negative influence, it is outside of yourself. Have a think on that. Do you think that's true? Thank you so much for being here, Sagittarius. I'll see you next month. Bye.